Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. All right, so we are going to be talking about P0705. This is a trouble code. If you guys have a check engine light on your vehicle, we are going to figure this out and figure out what the symptoms are and give you some fixes if you guys have this code with your car. So essentially, P0705 is the transmission range sensor TRS circuit malfunction. That is essentially what that code is. So if you guys do not know what a transmission range sensor is, it's essentially what happens is the powertrain control module needs to know the exact position of your gear shift. That means whether you're in drive, neutral, reverse, park. The module communicates this to the car's computer, the car's transmission control module, and essentially it allows your backup lights and other important electrical features to operate correctly depending on the position of the gear shift. The speed sensor information is compared to the transmission range sensor, and that essentially determines the correct gear shift position. Now, this error code P0705 is the result of a failure of the circuit. Essentially, your powertrain control module either doesn't recognize the signal or is receiving no signal at all. And one of the possibilities is that the speed sensor registers movement while the TRS sensor doesn't register your vehicle in drive. So essentially, just to simplify that, there is absolutely a miscommunication or no communication with the sensor to where your shifter's at and the PCM of your car, which is your car's computer. So most vehicles are equipped with either an internal or external sensor, and depending on your vehicle, this makes a huge difference. So if you guys have this code, you probably have these symptoms, and these symptoms are essentially failure of your backup lights, the ability to start your vehicle in any gear including park, failure to start in any gear, irregular shifting, or reduced fuel economy. So basically, your ignition, lights, and gear shifts are all failing to communicate properly, and as your vehicle is unsure which gear is correct, it may act as if it's in gear or parked regardless of your actual position of the gear shift. Now, at this point, you probably want to know how to fix this issue, and most of the problem has to do with electrical and not mechanical. A lot of people think it might have something to do with the transmission, but for the most part, it's probably associated with some electrical issue. So the TRS sensor itself, from the wiring to the connections and wire harness, you really want to inspect that carefully, because if there's a short or if there's any issues with the wiring harnesses or any of the wires not connected or broken off or frayed or whatever, it could cause these issues. And aside from that, the sensor itself is prone to corrosion and shorts as it ages. If you guys live in areas with extreme weather, whether it's extremely hot or extremely cold, have high mileage on your vehicle, and even if you drive in areas, roads or off-road where the terrain has a lot of jolts and bumps, it could damage the sensor. And you guys really want to look at loose connectors and frayed or broken burnt wires, which could also cause shorts in the circuit. So if you guys have this issue and you guys have this symptom, let's figure out how you guys can fix this problem. Unfortunately, the sensor itself is actually sealed in the transmission, and this requires a complete removal and draining of your transmission. The sensor itself is not expensive, but obviously, if you guys think about changing up taking apart the transmission just to get to it, it's a very it's time consuming, it's expensive. You're going to get that done in a shop. You guys might want to check for bad O-ring seals in the internal TRS sensors. O-rings and casing issues are some of the more common problems, and you might want to replace the sensor. Then chances are you probably need to replace your whole entire transmission, because these days just it'll probably cost you more just to dismantle the transmission, just to get to that part. But I'll tell you guys what you guys can do as far as trying to do a cheap fix on this. There are formulas out there, liquid solutions below the $20 range, where it actually rejuvenates the seals. There's a chance that it could be the seal around the sensor that's causing this issue, and if you guys can rejuvenate that seal, you guys might be able to fix your problem. Probably not for the long run. It's probably a temporary fix, but you guys can use ATP 205 transmission repair solutions, formulas you guys can get at AutoZone, Walmart, any of those places. Riceland transmission fix, you guys could try that. It might work, chances are it won't, but they're like $12 a bottle. It's worth a shot. And besides that, unfortunately, getting to the part is a very, very expensive and complicated matter, and chances are you might want to just swap out your transmission. If you guys have any questions on this video, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. If you guys have any of your own experiences with this, definitely just leave a comment. It might help somebody else out with their own problems. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Appreciate your time, guys. Take care.